So I have sent you few chat links in the chat box. So if you all can open there. So first few links are of syllabus. So you can check your syllabus as per your grade. Then there's a payment link. So for that is in the case that in case you have not enrolled yet, you can click on this payment process and you can join the batch. Yes, we are always welcome to take a feedback. For that, you just need to fill up this form and we'll get it. You have complete right to know in detail about this particular batch. For that, you need to click on this all batch detail link. In case you have any further queries, you can always email us at support@olympiadsuccess.com or you can drop us a WhatsApp message on these two particular numbers. Yes, we will be going to go live on the Facebook. So in case you find an internet glitch and you will not be able to join us back by Zoom, no need to worry. You can watch this demo, which will be live on the Facebook. Okay, so now with this, now I would like to invite your mentor at the platform. Her name is Miss Priyasha. She's a wonderful mentor. Her classes are very engaging and interesting, and I'm sure you will be going to learn something very productive because she offers you chocolate questions also. So with this, over to you, Priyasha ma'am.
Thank you. I was not able to unmute. Thanks for this. All right then. Hello everyone. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining in. So as ma'am has given a small intro about me, I'll directly go straight and give an introduction about reasoning. As I heard someone has mentioned that it's their first encounter with reasoning. First are always special, but then here when it comes to a higher grade reasoning class, I want to tell you that it will be better for me to explain the importance of reasoning to you people, because it's not about just the school or the Olympiad exams where you're going to get reasoning questions as a part of any other exam you give. You know, any name an exam and you will definitely find some reasoning questions as a part of it, be it English, be it science, be it maths. There also you have a part of it as reasoning. Now the important thing is not knowing which exams have reasoning questions in it. The more important thing which we'll be discussing right now is why is reasoning important for you people. So as you know, if you go through the syllabus of reasoning, you will realize that there are questions which test your observation skills. There are questions which test your GK. There are questions which test your science knowledge. And there are also questions which test your English and math skills. Now, what does that mean? That really means that it is all in one kind of a topic, which would surely make you smarter. And honestly, this is something I do not tell my younger kids, I mean, younger students. I tell this to the, adults like you, teenagers like you who understand the meaning of why you're learning a certain thing, that reasoning classes are not going to, ensure that you have done a particular course or you have done a particular book, completed a book, and now you'll be answering the question immediately. Nope. No one can guarantee that, at least when it comes to reasoning. Even I, who have been teaching reasoning for last 6 years now, have been doing it from my childhood, imagine. I also would not take it as a, 100% sure thing that, okay, I'll get this question right, whatever it is in the next page, without even looking at the question. Reasoning comes with 1 million plus logics. But I can definitely guarantee one thing, that if you do these course, or if you complete a book or do things regularly, if it comes to reasoning, you will be in that category of students who can think about multiple logics in 1 minute. So if you are a person who did this course, let's say, versus someone who is just doing reasoning occasionally, like just does it 2 or 3 questions in a week or something, what's the difference between you and that person? The difference would be that if a question is given to you, you can think of 3 to 5 logics in a given minute. If one works, okay, it doesn't work, let me try another. Let me try another. This thing comes only with the people who are regular and consistent with reasoning. Whereas the person who is occasionally doing reasoning questions would surely give up too fast. He will be like, okay, maybe my first logic is not working, I'll drop. I can't think of anything more. But you can think of more things when you do reasoning at a regular pace. And in these classes, the best part about doing it in a group would be that we would discuss about how you did it, how this other person did it, and if there is something wrong or correct, something better, I would definitely, count that in, and we can discuss it in the class. So that's the benefit of doing a reasoning course. At my time, I would definitely see, I wish I had this in my time, because at that time, the only source of learning for reasoning was a book. There were no classes or no courses going on for reasoning. But for us right now, it's lucky that you people have got a course on reasoning as well. And coming to the dead end of my sentence, that reasoning is something which will make you smarter at the end of the day. When you think of something in 3 4 different ways, you automatically apply that approach in different other subjects you're learning at school as well. And that is what I want you to do and focus on. Don't focus on the syllabus. Focus on the approach of solving the questions and the variety of the questions. The more type of questions you solve, the better for you in the exam, right? So with this, we will see a small demo about how to cover in different types of questions after a few minutes. But before that, we have an important PPT going on, which will tell you all the details about the batch so that you don't have any confusion. And if you have any, you will ask right now, okay? So over to you, ma'am, for the PPT, and I'll meet you right after a few minutes after the PPT. Okay? See you on the other side. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Hope my screen is visible to everyone. All right, so I welcome you all on the platform of Olympiad Success. Olympiad Success is the India's largest online preparation platform for Olympiad examination. We are the India's first exclusive live classes for Olympiad examination, one of its kind yearly program that include courses that matters. We are having 8 courses, School Plus program, mathematics, English, science, logical reasoning, communication, spoken and written, Vedic maths, and coding. So what else we provide? We provide one-on-one online CBSE, ICSE, IGCSE, and IB classes from grade 2 to grade 12, and one-on-one preparation classes for various Olympiads. You can meet our rank holders. These are kids like you only. No need to worry. You just need to spare extra 2 hours of regular studies because Olympiad examination is quite little tougher than the regular curriculum. So we are having a live Olympiad sessions, group sessions with around 20 students delivered through Zoom by tutors with significant teaching experience, having 2 sessions per week, Saturday from 5:15 p.m. till 6:30 p.m. and Sunday from 8 p.m. till 9:15 p.m. IST with 5 minutes of break. So this session includes a mix of theory, practice question, doubt session, and discussion on previous year paper. Student will get the reading material and practice question available on the dashboard of Olympiad Success, and student will also get a free access to Olympiad Success platform to practice the topic-wise mock test. So syllabus is available on this particular link for grade 7, 8, 9, and 10. The fee of the course is rupees 10,038 rupees. It is a 45 session course and payment can be made by using this link. This fees includes online class, daily reading notes and exercise, practice of previous year paper, and access to Olympia Success platform. What else you require? A laptop or desktop with good internet speed, laptop or desktop with camera, and headphones for the better audio clarity. So live classes will be starting from 12th of July 2020-25 in 2020-24. Olympiad Success has students from more than 5,000 schools across India and abroad. So this is all about PPT. I hope I'm clear. Show me thumbs up if I'm clear. Okay. Over to you, Pooja ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Let me share my screen with you all, and then we are good to go for the dashboard. So meanwhile, let me check how many of you have seen the presentation carefully. So quickly type it in the chat box. What are the class days and timings? Okay, so till now we got all 2 replies. Yes, class days are correct. Timing is also correct. So what you have to do is for your content, you need to click, enter this URL olympiadsuccess.com. Over here, you will be going to enter your user detail with which you will be going to entering in your content. After signing in, you'll get your profile details, check it. In case you find any error, you can update it. Moving forward, you need to click on live classes. Select this subject. And of course, topic. So here you can see the schedule, holiday calendar, reading material, question papers, and answer key. So in schedule, you will get the clarity in which session you're going to cover which particular topic. So you can see after every completion of chapter, there'll be test day for you. So you'll be going to get mock test paper, solve it, and then in coming session, you will be going to discuss that test paper as well as doubts with your mentor. So there are super classes. In super classes, you will be going to cover previous year question papers with your mentor. Here is a holiday calendar for your reference. We live in North, and of course, we do celebrate festivals also. So we don't want you to miss any other sessions because already we do have festival holidays. Here you go with the reading material. So you can see everything is given in detail for your reference, for your better understanding. Here is a question paper and answer keys. So I recommend you download your paper, solve it, and then check your answer keys. Okay, these are exercises basically from that particular chapter. Mock test paper will be different. That will be sent to you in your chat box. Here is the answer key for that particular question paper. There are two sets. I've shown you just one. Yes, that's pretty much about it. If anybody is having any doubt, needed clarity, feel free to type it in the chat box. We'll be happy to answer your each and every query. We will be going to log out and let me stop sharing my screen. This is how you can have access of your material. Yes, so we got a class days. Yes, it will be 1 hour 15 minutes with 5 minutes of break. Yes, Vihan, it is correct. Class days are Saturday, Sunday. Yes, Arya. Okay, any doubt? Or shall we begin with the demo? I think they're good to go, Priyasha ma'am. Over to you.
Thank you. That was real quick. You people also saw the PPT properly and did not have any doubts. Vihan, you are like your doubts are done, right? The duration part. And yes, if you are interested to know how long will these sessions last, then that's a math question I leave up to you. So 2 classes a week and 45 sessions in total. You can do the calculation starting from 12th of July. But let's switch back to reasoning. We'll have a math question also today. So as I said, I'm planning to do a, what do you call, mixed bag with you so that I can give you a flavor of the most important topics of logical reasoning. And listen, one thing, guys, one thing I forgot to tell you in the intro, that when you go to higher grades, when you go for a good, let's say for higher studies, you want to go to a good college, any kind of an entrance exam which you are targeting also has reasoning questions in it. So the better, the faster you start, the earlier you start the preparation of reasoning, the better it is for you to get a seat in your favorite college. Okay. So let's get started with the most commonly known chapter of logical reasoning, the mother and father, coding, decoding. Coding, decoding actually originated long back in the Stone Age time, probably when people used to communicate with each other, but they wanted to keep their communication very encrypted. Just like you open the WhatsApp right now and you get a message, the messages are completely encrypted. And there are ads also coming on these days, right? For WhatsApp, keeping your messages secret. But yeah, how do they keep it secret? So whatever you type in the chat goes in the cloud in a coded form, and that same coded part comes to you, your friend, whatsoever, whom you're sending a message, and that gets decoded only in their phone. So that's basically the concept of coding, decoding. And how do we know what exact message to transfer? For that, we need a sample. So look at this one. PALAM is coded as 43 for some reason. This is already solved for you. So the thing which is already solved for you is called as the sample. And we need to find out the answer using the sample, right? Okay. Now, here comes another very, very important thing. So in our first class, not our first class, but probably the first week, second, third, fourth, fifth class, we will be learning something called as coding decoding. And there, the first few slides would be learning the place value of the alphabets. Like I'm pretty sure all of you know the place value of A, right? 1 it is, first alphabet. But what's the place value of P? Personally, for Priyasha to remember P is not a big thing because my name starts with that. But then there are some logics which you can apply to it. Let's say a very commonly known logic is called as Ijoti. Ijoti is a table of 5, everyone. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You would say, ma'am, but we don't see a P in Ijoti. How is that going to help? That's going to help. You know, neighbors. O. O is a neighbor of P. O comes right before P. Yes or no? Yes. So if O is 15, then P is right after it. 15 plus 1, 16. I'm so sorry, Vihan. I would not be able to unmute you in the demo, but you can type it in the chat box. I'll read it there. Okay. Oh, you wrote it already, 16. Thank you, Vihan. But don't worry, in the regular classes, we do discuss the answers directly like this. So it's not a concern, just for the demo rules. Then I have a very silly way of remembering the place value of L. I call it silly because it is silly, but it doesn't really matter whether it's silly or not. It only matters if you remember it. So L, if you say 12, the most prominent syllable which you hear is L. 12, right? So L is 12. Silly, but the easiest way to remember. And if L is 12, then M comes right after it. What would be the place value of M? 13. That's right. Thank you. Plus, 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 plus. This is the first logic. You remember what I told you in the beginning? You might not land up on the right answer in the first go. But reasoning classes will teach you persistence. You will not give up even if you don't get it right in the first attempt. And that's what I want you to do. So the first attempt is I would add up all of them and check if it's landing up on a 43. 17, 18, 19, 20, 30, 40, 43. There you go. It does work. So my first attempt works out, guys. Using this logic, can I try Santa Cruz? Can you people send me the answer now? Yes, Vihan, we can call it like variables. Absolutely. These all variables carry a value. Now let's try Santa Cruz. Tell me if you don't know the place value of any of the alphabets. I'm here to help. I'll start. I'll start with the easiest ones. 1, 1, 3, 26 because it's the last one. Okay. Using S. Someone gave me S, Vihan. Thank you, Vihan. S and T are right next to each other, and I remember T with T20 matches the format. It's easier for me more compared to Ijoti also. So if T is 20, then S comes right before it. So we will say S is 19. What next? U is right after T. Very good. So U would be 21. That's right. And just left with the N. N comes right after M. Oh, Anika, you got the answer? Very good. Adrian, very good. Fahad, very nice. So this goes with a 14. And I hope you people have already calculated it. Jian is sending me personal answers. Jian doesn't want others to see their answers. Okay. 123 is the right answer, everyone. That's correct. 2020, then 14, 15, then comes, I just checked your answer with the last digit. Well, that's right. 123 is correct, everyone. Good job. By the way, this is the logic. This is another trick of doing the question faster. So when you have the last digits different, you can only add the last digit. Look, 9 plus 1, 0. 0 plus 4, 4. 4 plus 0, 4. 4 plus 1, 5. 5 plus 3, 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. And 9 plus 6, wait. Did I do something wrong here? 19 plus 1, 9 plus 1 is 0. 0 plus 4 is 4. 4 plus 0 is 4. This is 5. This is 8. Oh, I forgot to add an 18. My silly me. So R is 18. We missed out on 8. Okay. So this one is 4. Where did I stop? So this one is 0, 4, 4, 5, 5, 3, 8. 8 plus 8 is 16. So 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 plus 6 is 3. 13. Last digit 3 is only present in one of the options. Why am I saying this after all? I'm saying this because I want you to keep this in your mind. It might not be possible in every question, but in some question you can save time, right? All right. Doing this, let's go to the second question. Second question is again falling in the category of coding decoding, but trust me, it's the easiest version of coding decoding. Do you have a nickname? If yes, then this question is like that, where your original name is on the left side and your nickname is on the right. Room is called bed. And always remember, this is a coding decoding question, so we do not want the actual answer. We want the coded answer. And the coded answer lies on the right-hand side. So let's figure out the actual answer. Where does a man sleep? Technically, he sleeps on the bed. So the actual answer will be bed. But what is bed called? Bed is called a window. So in this question, my answer would go as window. Do you people know the other variety of such questions? Possibly, yes. There are many old students here who have taken a reasoning class with me before. Yeah. The other variety of the question is means. But this is only applicable for this question, okay? So don't really worry about it. The other variety is when you replace all the is called with means. Means, means, and another means. What do we do in this? This time, the actual answer is on the right side and my coded answer, which I'm looking for, is on the left. That means in this case, the answer would be, where does a man sleep? Bed. And what means bed? My answer is on the left side of the bed. And the left side is the room. So easy way to remember it. Let's say we take Fahad. Fahad, can you disclose your nickname if you have any? Do you want to? If yes, then please type. Otherwise, I can just go with FS. That's a very difficult nickname to call, but tell me a room. Don't tell me your name. Oh, Pad. Nice. So let's take the example of Fahad. Then we'll say that Fahad is called Fad. That's really cool. And Fad means Fahad. How does that make a difference? So imagine I am in a class and I am calling him as Fad. Someone just now enters the class, okay, for the first time, and they don't understand whom am I referring to Fad. So they might ask, ma'am, who is Fad? What does Fad means? So my answer would be Fad means Fahad. And that would mean the actual name is on the right side in this case, and the actual name is on the left side in this case. Got it? But we were never concerned with the actual answer. My answer, which I want to look for, is always the coded answer. So you can remember it in short that is called answers are on the right-hand side and means answers are always on the left-hand side. You can remember it like that. So be careful when you do this question. Obviously, you will never get it wrong when you're doing it in a class. Why? Because, you know, the mindset, you don't forget it while you're doing the same type of questions. But when the same question comes in an exam between 10 different types of chapters, you might forget about it. So be careful. Did you all understand this one? Was that okay? Easy? Okay, give me a thumbs up, then I'll move to the next one. Blood relations, the unnecessary trauma for everyone. Seriously, I mean, you can directly say that he's my brother instead of saying he's the only son of my mother and all that. But there's a real reason for giving you this. You know that why? I also used to think like that when I was a kid back then. But when I did my MBA, I then realized it pretty late that, you know, when you deal with people around you, no matter whatever profession you choose later in life, when you deal with people around you, not everyone is as sensible as you. You would still see people like that around you. Not everyone makes sense when they talk always. So basically, you as a good leader, tomorrow when you're leading something, you have a company of your own or you're working in a very big post, you need to, even if you're an artist, you need to understand what the person is telling to you, correct? And for that, even if the person is talking like this, wobbly, you have to still understand the real meaning out of it. So blood relation questions are kind of those questions which makes you habituated to understanding these weird looking sentences into meaningful stuff. So the more you practice blood relation questions, or if you are good at blood relationship questions, then anyone who is trying to mark your intelligence would understand that, okay, this person can understand someone's conversations better. And if you can understand someone's needs, you can solve them better. You will become a better leader tomorrow. So I have multiple answers in the chat box. Son, father. Okay, these are the two. Nice. I have some personal answers also. Jian says son. Arya says, oh, window was for the last question probably. Well, uncle of the boy. Okay, let's draw it out. Pointing to a photograph, a boy, Ankit said. Now, you know why they have specifically mentioned a boy? Because when we do our regular classes, we'll talk about data inadequate. Until and unless they tell you the gender of the person, you cannot guess the gender with proper nouns. Just because it's Ankit and generally Ankits are male, you cannot say that Ankit is a male using this information. Okay. So let's come to this. Ankit is my speaker. And why is this information important? Because this is what he's saying. When he says my mother, if this is Ankit and I refer Ankit as a boy, I'm just using a rectangle to denote he's a boy, then my mother means Ankit's mother. Ankit's mother is a female. Only son of my mother means only son of Ankit's mother. And since Ankit is a boy, we assume that the only son is Ankit himself. Yes or no? Yeah. He is the son of Ankit. So he means the person in the photograph is means equals to is the son of Ankit. Ankit's son. So the question is, now here comes the second most important part of any blood relation question. Point of reference. Have you people read about it in science class before? Point of reference. Point of reference means who is calling whom. Let's say I am Priyasha, okay, and the other person out there is Aksh. So Aksh is the student of Priyasha and Priyasha is the teacher of Aksh. There is a lot of difference when I say how is Priyasha related to Aksh versus how is Aksh related to Priyasha. So be very careful about that. Aksh just quickly turned on his video. He's like, hey, someone is calling my name. So don't worry, Aksh, not a question for you. So related to that boy means the last person in the sentence to is the point of reference. So we are going to decide what is the boy going to call Ankit. So what is the boy going to call Ankit? Father. This is the most common mistake I saw in the chat box. Those who gave the answer as son, how is Ankit related to the boy? Not the boy related to Ankit. Boy is the son, but Ankit is the father. So the answer to this question will be father, everyone. And please be careful that we will concentrate on point of reference. Related to, of, whatever comes after this phrase is the point of reference. Generally towards the end of the sentence. Generally. Okay. Is that clear, everyone? Bihan got it? All right. Fine then. After a very, very, very nice question of blood relations, let's do something turny. So when I say turny, we'll have to take some turns. Let's do a direction question. I leave it up to you. First, you people try it. Meanwhile, I'll drink some water. And then we'll start with the answer. But remember, in directions, your straight, your front is always the north. Your right hand is always the right of the drawing as well. And your left is always the left of the drawing. Opposite to the north is south, that is your back side. So whatever you're drawing below, drawing down like this is south. Any sandwich lovers? I'm sorry, this is how I remember it. Never eat sandwich. Never eat soggy waffles. Whatever way you want to remember it. But if you love sandwiches, then now eat sandwich. But that's how you remember it in a clockwise order. Please don't remember it as news. I hate that. Okay? It's absolutely wrong because it's neither in a clockwise manner nor in the anti-clockwise manner. Always remember that a right turn is your clockwise turn. And when they don't tell you by what angle are you rotating, the default value will be 90 degrees. Okay? Let's go. Oh, looks like there's some answer. Yeah, Vihan. No worries. You can catch up. That's the entire point of having this class. Not this class. You need a course for that. Okay. I have an answer from Anika. I have an answer from Jian, which she deleted. Which she wrote again. Okay. Sounds okay. I cannot say whether it's right or wrong because others are still doing it. 20 meters not. Now, again, you don't have to do it exactly 20 meters according to some scale. Just remember that if your 20 is this, so your 35 should be this. You know, just maintain that. That's all. Oh, I have more answers coming from Fahad. Answer. 20 meters in the north is this for me. Then turning right. Please understand that if this is your northeast, southwest, then a right turn from the north means a clockwise turn in the 90 degrees. And that would take me to the east direction. So my 30 meters will look like this, guys. Now I am in the east and I'm planning to turn right again. If I take another clockwise 90-degree turn from east, where will I land? South. So now this is a careful thing for you people. 35 meters in the south means 20 meters still here. Okay. And 15 more over here. So this is 20. This is 15. Please break the question and do it like this because that's going to help you a lot in estimations. Now, the turns have changed. Be careful. The turns have changed and now they are asking you to turn a left. Left turn means anti-clockwise. From south, an anti-clockwise turn will take you to the east, back. So how to go? This way. 15 meters only. 15 meters only. This much. Okay. That's my 15. Finally, he turns left again and walks 15 more. That means from east, my left will go to north again. That looks like this exactly. And that was the reason I broke the sentence or the number into two parts, 20 and 15. You see, I come here. Finally, the question is in which direction and how many meters is he from the starting point? Identify this was the starting point. This is the ending point. In which direction is the starting point if I plan to move from here and go to the starting point? Wait, not that. That's not the question. I'm so sorry. The question says from the starting point. So what is my point of reference? POR. Point of reference is starting position. So basically the question demands to know in what direction can I walk from the starting point to reach my ending point. Is that east? Yes, it is. And what's the distance? This is 30, so this is also 30. This is 15, so this is also 15. So 30 plus 15 is 45 meters in the east. Any questions, any doubt, feel free to ask. Nope. Are you sure? Okay. Then let me give you a selective question. All of you are ready? Yeah. I will ask you 2 more questions after this. Okay. Just 2. Would you be able to do it? Let's see. It's going to be a tricky one. Okay. All right. Let's go. Data sufficiency is yet another category of logical reasoning which you will find in abundance when you come to higher grade questions. Because data sufficiency means you need to find the value of a certain thing. Like in this case, you need to find what can be the value of X. And then they give you 2 conditions. Like here, the condition number 1 is that the value of X is more than 5 and the value of X cannot be more than 7, I guess. Yeah, and is more than 5. What can be the possible value of X? Now, what is the value of X is not the need. The need is how many sentences or statements do you need to find out the value of X? Will you be able to find out the value of X only with the help of this information? Or you need both of them together? Or only one of them is sufficient to do it? That is the value which you have to decide. Let me see how many of you are answering this. Okay. C, E, 2 of them makes it 6. Okay. Some people are with E as well. Those who are with E, can you give an explanation? Why do you think we can easily find it out as 6, right? Oh, looks like Vihan changed the answer. Oh, no, both. Okay, no. Vihan, you chose the option. Okay. So many E's. What if I say that E is not the right answer? Think twice. E is not the right answer. Let's check for new answers. I understand Vihan. Vihan is like, wait. Jian, you say D. Can you tell me why? Write it in the open chat for everyone. Aksh says C. Either of them. No, that is definitely not possible because saying that X is greater than 5 can lead to multiple answers. Why not E? How not E? Yes, we'll discuss that pretty soon. Adrian says, okay, fine, I got you. Okay, the answer is D, guys. Neither of them is sufficient. Can I tell you how? Let's see if Jian types it in the chat before I started. How is it not easy? Anika understood. Anika, can you say? Just type, it's a 1-letter word. Yes, Jian, because the answer can be 6.1, 6.2 or anything like that. And basically, they never told you that X is an integer or they never told you that X is a natural number, whole number, anything like that. They just said X. So it can be 6.1, 6.2, 6.3, anything like that. Careful. Careful is the last word I'll leave you with, saying that the answer is option D. Neither of them. Had the question said, find the value of X, integer X, then the answer would have been both of them are needed, because 5 and 7's integer in the middle is 6. Right? Okay, then the last question is a very important question. My old students know it, but the new ones might not know it. How was the class? But everyone has to answer it. Bihan says, oh, Jian, nice. Where is the C? Arya. Thank you so much. Thanks, Anika. Thank you. Great to see you back, Anika, Sanvi, Jian, and Arya also. These are my old students. Thank you, Fahad. Thank you, Aksh. So guys, if you have any questions or something, feel free to ask Olympiad Success regarding the course or any information regarding the same. We will catch back next week, Saturday itself, same timings. Okay? Oh my God, Vihan. There are more values possible, you know that. 5.11, 5.111, and so on. Okay. Yes, Fahad, that is also possible. All right, then. We will see each other on next Saturday. Till then, take care. Yes, we have so many zeros also. And next class, I want to hear you people also by unmuting you. So bye-bye. Take care. See you on Saturday. Thank you. Take care. Thanks, Aksh. Bye-bye.